doing?
I'm grinding.
Why?
Why am I always grinding? Because someone must grind.
Someone must.
It must be done, and it might as well be me. In this case, this is the bracket that's gonna go on the fuel tank to hold it onto the engine stand.
Yeah, which we're gonna have later. But right now we got this tank here. So
All right.
We can do some welding.
So even though I've done dozens of Jeep engines,
Yeah.
all I ever do is crank it with the plugs out till there's oil pressure,
Yeah.
and then let it go bye-bye. Well, this engine and another one that's coming are rebuilt engines that somebody else did. I don't know who, I don't need to know. And then they didn't work after just a few minutes of running. So,
Wait. Someone had their Jeep engine rebuilt?
Yes.
And they don't work?
and it didn't run, like
Oh.
this engine ran for less than 10 minutes.
That's too
And
bad.
it locked up, and number 1 and number 4 rod bearings seized.
Okay.
There was no obvious reason why, except maybe for some silicone rubber
yeah.
in the gaskets in the wrong spot, and maybe that plugged the oil pally, who knows. But,
Just enough.
yeah. And then the other engine I haven't seen yet, it's gonna come tomorrow, but I kind of figured it's time for me to make a engine run stand,
Sure.
so I can at least test the engines completely. So that's what this is.
And what
Yeah, I went with
engine
an
are we
electric
typically
fan.
gonna do? What
I went with
engine?
an electric fan, so I can shut the fan off and hear just the engine, not the whir of the fan blade pushing air.
So can I put a V4 on this?
Yes, we can. I already have it planned. So we're gonna test run your engine.
Yes, we are.
This is built specifically for SAAB V4 engines and Jeep engines, because that's what we're mostly doing.
Yep, that's what we do.
So here we go. So
Okay, first,
I'll figure
have
out
you
my
ever
control
started
pattern.
it before? Has this engine been started before?
yeah, I started the other night because I couldn't.
Oh, man, now you spoiled it.
I'm sorry, guys. I had to tell you. I had to test something you stand.
Okay,
So
hold
right
on.
Here's so the green light, that's fan, and this is start. So I'm just gonna put my hand over it to choke it just a little bit. Got gas on my hand.
Yeah, you did.
We're gonna run the throttle just a little bit. Yeah, it's got 1.5 one, yeah.
I'm really very nice. You found a little turnout for it. Cool.
Yep. Well, that was just a piece I cut off on the
Oh,
other
it was?
end,
So you just put it on the... Well, how did it...
Well, you have, that's similar type, and I knew I had some.
Oh, you did? Okay.
M1. 5-1.
So, whoever did this, they didn't adjust the valves correctly, so they're a little noisy. So I'm going to readjust the valves. So this being an F-head, the intakes are overhead, and the exhaust are side valve, like a regular flathead. So the beauty of this is the air comes in and goes out in a smooth motion, where with a regular flathead, the air would have to come in and then go back up and then back out. So just by making the air flow smoothly, it went from like 54 horsepower to almost 70 horsepower, which is what this has.
That's why the L-head is a more desirable motor than an F-head.
Yeah, but it's taller. It's that much taller. Plus you got the carb. So. That's success. Yes.
Good job, Dave.
But is that why it's called an L-head? So, Army Dave, can you tell me why we got some smoke coming off this back bolt here on the exhaust manifold?
All right. So all these studs on an L head or an F head, the overhead intake or the flathead engine, all of them go into the water jacket. And whoever rebuilt this, that looks like a new stud, you have to put number 2 aviation gasket or something. You can use Loctite, but you have to seal it because the coolant, you can just barely see it bubble right there. The coolant is coming past the threads and bubbling out. What's our water temp there?
It's sitting at still.
Yeah. And it's not a high pressure system. I've got a light cap on there. It's just, you have to glue the studs.
And that's another good reason to run these engines to find out.
Because even I could have made the mistake and missed that. So I think going forward, we're just going to start every engine. And then, now there's a pop in this at RPM, which means that the valve cap is too far. So I'll have to readjust the valve. You can kind of hear it.
So it got to be tighter.
Is that?
Well, that's the distributor that came with the motor. I never checked it.
Is that intake valve thing?
No. That's point. The point gap is too wide.
I heard something else. Yeah, point valve.
No, point. The point gap is too.